Mic check. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sasco Racing YouTube channel. I am Craig, and today we are live here at the Sasco Racing Sim Studio, and we are going to be finally getting into our career mode on iRacing. And today we are building the ARCA Menards Series race so that we can get out there. It's our first ever ARCA Menards Series race. We're going to build the car so we can get out there for a race in Nashville Fairgrounds. And so, yeah, I think we have two ARCA Menard Series chassis. I think we're only going to build one today, just take it out of the racetrack. That way we're not wasting up too much time or resources. Get this car built, and then we'll get it out to the racetrack and do some practice, qualifying, and racing in Nashville tonight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. You see, we are at the Sasco Racing shop, and we're going to about to do some building. See, here we have the ARCA Menard, or the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series chassis. We have a little show car back here that we purchased, the good old-fashioned Cold Trickle Days of Thunder, old school Chevy Lumina from the movie Days of Thunder. Pretty cool. You can actually pop the hood on it and look up underneath there and see all the engine components and all that cool stuff. So yeah, a lot of fun. Shut that down. But here we are today. So we have ARCA Chassis 1 and ARCA Chassis 2 over here. We're going to go ahead and start building the motor first for the ARCA Chassis 1. So let's go over here and we'll throw an engine on there. We're going to do we have all of those built already. Yeah, so these ones are already all built. Let's take this back off. Move it, and we are going to have to create a new engine. And we are going to start building the engine for the ARCA Menard Series car. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh shoot, I gotta turn my picture. I forgot to do this so you guys can actually see what we're doing and not see my big old face on here. A big shout out to a new company I'm representing, Paradigm Technologies. Go ahead and check them out if you're in the roofing industry. Check them out for a CRM. Fantastic company, fantastic CRM technology that they got, and I'm very grateful to be partnered up with them now. Okay, let's get the engine flipped over. There we go. Throw our camshaft in. Throw the crankshaft in. And I can start putting all the pistons and connector rods in. Oh, wait. Nope, first we gotta put the crankshaft bearings in. Now I can put the pistons and connector rods in. All right, throw the oil pan on. There we have it. That is the bottom half of the engine all put together. Flip it back up on its front side. We'll start putting the cam gear on. Start by putting that on first. We won't put the timing chain on yet. We're going to put the engine heads next so that we can line up the valves with the camshaft. Start putting our push rods in. Getting our rocker arms. All right, now we'll go to the other head. That bolted down. All the push rods in. Rocker arms, or lifters. All right, now we can go down here, put the timing chain on. Everything's nice and set up and in line. We'll put the timing cover on. I'll go ahead and put the water pump on. All the timing will be correct. Water pump pulley. Crankshaft pulley, and that's all we'll do there for now. We're gonna put the head covers on. Put the intake manifold. Put the carb on. Okay, that's all we'll do for that now. We're going to put the ignition distributor, the rotor, and the cap. Put the clips on. All right, now we can put the alternator on. The power steering pump. Now we'll move over to the headers. Exhaust manifolds, aka headers. Get our serpentine belts on. Need a fan. spark plugs. Put the oil filter on. And we'll put the plug wires on. And for now, that is all we need to do for the engine. So we'll go ahead and pull this off of the stand. Get it ready to put in the engine. Take it off. Let's get to working on the race car now. I think we're going to start with the rear suspension. We'll put the fuel tank in first. And yeah, we'll start with the rear drive axle. Let's get the arms on here. Rubber bushing on there. Now we can get the leaf spring plate and the U-bolts. We'll jump around to the other side here. Cool. Alright, now let's get the suspension going. What's that? All right. Now we can start working on all of the drive assembly here in the rear end. Come back here, get this all bolted up. Down here, get that last one. There you go. Brake pads, caliper. Around here, bolt the caliper down. We're good to go on that side. Okay, so now we got all the rear end suspension hooked up, all the drivetrain, rear axle, brake components, suspension, everything's hooked up. So now I want to drop this so that we can put the fuel pump in so I don't forget the fuel pump. All right, and again, right now we are building the ARCA Menards Series race car for our Nashville Fairgrounds race in the ARCA Menards Series. Fuel pump is in. We'll come back over here and we will get the car back on the lift, and we're going to work on all of the front end suspension for the race car. ARCA Menards Series build that we're working on right now. We just got done building the motor. Get the suspension arms on. Control arms. Ooh, I don't know if I have the... Nope, we gotta put that all together. So we can put this front sway bar on, put the steering rack on, and I gotta come over here. We have to assemble our shocks. Now we should be good. Yes, there we go. Okay. Sway bar link is now together. Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. Bingo. Now we can start working on the driving components. Reach all three of those. Put the hub bearing in. Hub cap. Brake pads. Brake caliper. There we go. Jump on the other side here. All right. Front and rear suspension is all put together now. On the ARCA Menards series car that we are building for the Nashville Fairgrounds race. We'll get the brake parts all hooked up now. Not letting me. Still not letting me from the engine bay. Gotcha. So we gotta do it from here. Brake servo's hooked up. Okay. Alright, let's keep moving forward now. I think next we are going to, we could probably install the batteries. Let's go right back here. I know, it's not exactly how you build a NASCAR race car, but this is a pretty sweet mod that they hooked up in Car Mechanic Simulator. So I have the ARCA cars, the truck series, I got the Xfinity car, and I have the next gen cup cars as well. So it's pretty sweet. I think we're good to go. I think we could go ahead and do some interior work here. Is there any interior work we need done? I guess not. Wait, right there. Okay. The steering wheel is the only thing that we'll need. back to normal mode. Assembly. We could probably put the window net on at this point. Put the mirror on. Oh, I don't think I ever took the mirror off. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. No. Yeah, I probably should have done this before I put the window net on. Okay, now I can put the window net on. We're good to go there. Alright, now let's go ahead and get us an engine. Actually, we could put wheels on it first. That way we can... no, we're gonna have to lift it to do the transmission parts anyway. Let's throw the motor in. Mm-hmm. I need my engine lift over here. Move this to bay 1. And we are going to put in an engine. Boom, there we go. Throw that back where it belongs, and we are good here. Put that on there. A little few parts we need to put on here. Put the ignition coil and the fuel filter. Oh, there we go. We're good there. Oh no, we gotta put the air filter on. There's that. Now that we can do this assemble mode. There we go. Boom. All right, now engine is installed. Let's start working on the transmission. Start working on the transmission of this ARCA Menards series race car we're building for the race at Nashville Fairgrounds. With the flywheel, clutch plate, clutch pressure plate. Then we'll do the clutch bearing. And now we can put the transmission on. Transmission casing on. And we'll put the starter on. Perfect. Drive shaft can come on now. Alrighty. We're good there. Put the exhaust pipes on. That is, and we are ready to throw a body on this bad boy. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have a ARCA Menards series chassis with an engine, suspension, drive shaft, and everything installed. We are ready to put the radiator on, fill it up with some oil, and then we'll put the body parts, windshields, hoods, deck lids, all that good stuff on it. So let's get the radiator in. Radiator fan housing is on. We are good. Let us put some oil in the race car. Check the levels. Good to go on oil. Let's throw a body on this bad boy. We can actually lower it to the ground now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our ARCA Menards series race car for the Nashville Fairgrounds race. Got the front bumper bars. Got the air scoop for the radiator, air to get into the radiator, engine. All the driving, front end suspension. Got the air manifold for the air to suck down into the intake manifold out of the cowl. Interior's got all the hoses hooked up. Hoses to the driver. Hoses to the ignition box panel. Hoses to the brakes and the rear end gear cooler. Fuel cell, batteries. It's all there. It's the fuel filter from the pump. So we're going to go ahead and get on and throw a body on this race car now. And we are driving the Chevy SS and the ARCA Menards series. And there she is, ladies and gents. ARCA Menards series body on the... Oh, why does it have that front end? That's a little strange. Why has it got those... Huh. Let's try a different one. Clamshell B. This should be the right one. There we go. Sorry, had the wrong body on it. But yeah, there it is in the matte black finish. That's how we'll roll it to the racetrack, and then we'll throw the wrap around it. All the decals, all that good stuff. Yeah, there it is. Let's throw the roof flaps on. Put the windshields in. The deck lid on. Windshield. Hood. Oh. I believe we got everything hooked up. Take a look at our checklist. 99%. What are we missing? Oh. So we're going to put the fan on just so that we can get the car through the dyno and our tests. And then we'll take that off because we don't necessarily need it. Only while we're doing it on the dyno. Checklist. 99% still. What are we missing now? Round air filter cover and the oil filter. Did I not put an oil filter on it? I swear. Oh, that's right. Shoot. We gotta lift this bad boy back up. Thankfully, we didn't start the car without the filter on it. That's why we have checklists. Now, we should be 100% on the checklist. We are. Rock and roll. Okay, let's go and take this bad boy to... Where are we going to go first? Move car, test path, parking, paint shop, dyno. Let's take it to the dyno first. Check the engine, RPMs, all that good stuff. We'll run down here to the dyno. So this is the shop that we build the ARCA cars, the truck series trucks, and the Xfinity cars. And then we build the Cup cars in a completely different shop about 2 blocks away from here. So see, we got our ARCA car here in the dyno. We're going to run a dyno test on it. That is the dyno test. Gain loss 0%. We have 759 horsepower at 4,590 RPM. Obviously, we all know that the RPMs are much higher, probably around 7,500, 8,000 RPMs in a race car. But again, this is just a really cool mod, so we're just having some fun with it. All right, we can jump out of that. We are now going to take it to the test path, test the suspension on the track that we're going to. So we will leave the dyno now. Always shut the door. Now we go to the test path, which is right over here. It's gonna get really loud in here, so we'll shut the insulated doors. Don't know what that is. Bunch of cool stuff in here though. Test path, test path, test path. Alright. Now we jump inside the car. We'll test the front brakes. Test the rear brakes. All 100%. Now we'll test the suspension. Front suspension is 100%. And our ARCA Menards series race car, after the dyno and the test path to test the brakes and suspension, we are all 100%. We are ready to wrap it up here at the shop and get this car on the racetrack at Nashville Fairgrounds. There she is, ARCA Menards series car. So we're now going to move the car over to not the engine bay, but the garage bay. And we'll see it sitting there, and that's the final resting place until we back it up in the hauler and send it on out to the racetrack. There she is. That's our ARCA car. Again, this is our little Days of Thunder show car, Cold Trickle show car we have in the Sasco Racing shop right here. Pretty cool looking piece. I wonder if there's supposed to be a grill right there. Oh, there is. Look at that. There, we got the grill piece in. But yeah, you can pull the hoods up, look at everything up underneath there. Pretty cool. Anyway, this is the ARCA Menards series car we are going to be taking over to, actually, maybe we should wash it. No, I don't think we can. No, we don't do that here. So this is the ARCA Menards series car we are going to be taking to the racetrack at Nashville. We're only taking one car this weekend. Hopefully we don't tear it up in practice. If we do, we're bringing it back to the shop, and that was a big waste of funding that we put into this race car. So anyway, we'll get it out to the parking lot, and we're going to load it up in the hauler and get it out to the racetrack. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next one. I'm Sasco Racing. Join us later on for the ARCA Menards Series race at Nashville Fairgrounds. If nobody's told you all yet, you're all amazing, and I hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday. Happy race day, everybody. Peace.